everybody. Welcome to episode 436 of the AllYouCanHear podcast. My name is Wenzel, and joining me today is my one other co-host.
Of Control Colt, I'm going crazy, and I think I'm about to jump through the computer, and I'm going to get you.
Oh.
That was me coming through. I'm in your house now.
Through. Yep. See if you can get stuff out of the refrigerator for us.
I'm leaving stuff, but I'm leaving, like, bad stuff.
Okay.
Just watermelon and olive juice.
Olive juice on watermelon?
No, it's watermelon in like a olive bottle, but there's no olives in it. It's just olive juice with watermelon in it.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That's what I said. It's nothing good.
Damn, well, maybe you should get that little critter out of your house, guys. If you want us to remove Colt from your house, send us $100.
Yeah. It takes some money, but I'll leave.
Yep. But yeah, so for today's episode, we're going to be talking about our time at this past year's, or sorry. I'm still sick. This episode, we're going to be talking about Comic-Con, 2026's Comic-Con that we went to a couple of weeks ago in Birmingham.
Yeah, we would have recorded this sooner, but Wenzel almost died, and Tanner got sick for the 50th time this year. And I just gamed. I guess I was sick with gaming.
Yeah, very unfortunate, because I'll just go ahead and explain it too, because literally Sunday we come back, I am just fine, I'm okay, there's nothing. Monday around lunchtime at work, I start to cough, and I keep coughing really bad for the rest of the day. Then on my way home from work, I develop a fever that lasts from then until Wednesday morning. It is a fever that does not go away. It was a fever of 105. It was so bad. I didn't realize I had a fever that high until I went to a doc in the box, where they were like, the nurse was really shocked. She was just like, oh crap. She didn't say crap. She said, oh shit. I don't know why I censored myself. She was like, oh shit. Your fever is really high, like 105. So we have to do something right now. So they get a doctor to come in, and they go ahead and give me like these 2 really strong shots, because they're like, that fever is so high, but the fever does not go down until literally until Wednesday morning. It finally goes down. And then like it takes forever to get my medicine, because I mess up and send it to the wrong pharmacy, and it takes them forever to release it. And then, you know, kind of behind the scenes lore, I get in a hit and run that I'm not going to explain, but it was so frustrating. A truck hits my car and then drives off, and I literally could not do anything about it. It was such a bad week. So yeah, it was just like, yeah, I'm not recording anything. I don't want to fucking record. I feel like shit. I am shit. I'm not doing anything.
And I beat the first 4 games in the Hack series. That's my week. And I went to work, but that doesn't matter. Video games, all that matter.
You know, I would like to do a gaming episode, because I have done I've done a little bit of gaming. And then there's just been some gaming news that's been pretty crazy. Yeah, we've done. I was telling Colt before this, I was like, man, I haven't really done anything, because I mean, it is true, because literally last week I was so sick. I sat in bed. I literally didn't do anything last week. I was mostly in bed for most of the week. So when I came back to work this week, I've been so tired and so sore, because I've had to do so much work, but then also too, it's just like I've been in bed in a week. So like I guess my muscles just been so weak. But like the little moments here and there, I have played games. I've played like little bit of games here and there. And like recently, Romeo's a Dead Man came out. I know Colt beat that, and I played a little bit of that. So yeah, done some gaming here and there. And then man, yeah, and then big gaming news as well this past week as well. But we're not going to talk about games. Sorry.
Rest in peace, Phil Spencer.
He did not die, but he retired.
They're shooting him in the back, out back at Microsoft headquarters. They're taking him out.
And then freaking Sarah Bond, I think she leaves.
Yeah.
So now the person who takes over the gaming division is
The Terminator.
the Terminator. It is the head of their AI division, and it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I said this on Bluesky, but it's just like, I knew that like a console or a gaming company, there's going to be a huge like, you know, like one these companies aren't surviving, or they're going to change within my lifetime. Like I knew that. I knew that. But I didn't know it would happen now at 27 years old, and it would literally be the death of a console and a gaming giant. Like I did not expect that.
And it's all at their own hands, it feels. It feels like everything that went bad was because
it's their fault.
Bad leadership.
It's so bad. It's crazy.
I just want Fallout, and I just want Bethesda, basically, and that entire group before they were bought by Microsoft, the ZeniMax or whatever the fuck. Yeah. I just wish that they were never bought out and we still got their games releasing normally on every console. I mean, they're still going to be releasing on every console, but I just don't want Microsoft being the one to be leading them.
Oh, yeah, I don't want Microsoft's hands in those in that pot.
Will we ever get a Fallout 5? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, we're still waiting on Elder Scrolls 6.
Yeah.
And now I'm just like, I don't know how that's going to be. But no, we're here to talk about Comic-Con, and then and I was gonna say, and then Tanner somehow got sick the week after, so he couldn't do this, so yeah, so we're gonna talk about Comic-Con and how good of a time it was for us. So we're just gonna do yes or no questions. Comic-Con, was it good? Yes or no this year? What?
It was,
All right. Next question. No, seriously. Okay. So
it's a complicated relationship. I feel like we have a Comic-Con. Like, of course, we have a blast. I love going to Comic-Con, but there's just so many minor annoying things. But I feel like we should say shouldn't be going into the anger or problems just yet. We should start by happy things, good things.
We should start with the good stuff. Okay, so the hotel we stayed in this time, I believe it was
first time staying there.
First time staying there, super nice. Did not realize how nice it was. Should probably stay there just from now on.
Yeah, it was very nice.
It was very nice. The lobby always smelled so good because they have a kitchen in the lobby. Smelled so good, so good.
And there was a fuck ton of like normal ass country people there because there was a concert with a country music person nearby the exact same day.
It's so funny because it's literally two different, like the two far like ends of the spectrum of like fandoms. You know, it's like, here's the fandom of like of Japanese pop culture and anime and stuff. Like everybody's all dressed up. Like literally, you would walk down the hall and see one side of the hall is our side with all the manga and anime fans and stuff, and then the other side is literally all these white people dressed up in flannel shirts, blue jeans, belt buckles, and boots, and it's just so funny because both sides are laughing at each other.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, nobody here is winning. You're both weird in your own ways, I guess. But that's just being human. But it was also funny when I think it was Saturday morning. We were getting off the elevator for the first time, and this other redneck guy, he's like, "So what's this? So what's the good deal?" And we're like, the convention? And we explained what it was for like 10 seconds before we had to get off.
He was.
I just found it funny because we were the most normal looking people he could go up to and ask. Yeah. We don't cosplay and we're just wearing normal clothes.
Yeah. I was talking to Pat about this because it was so funny because that's what you said was like like we looked like the most normal, most approachable people to this guy who looked really young. I honestly thought he was a kid. And he was, and like genuinely like, or it seemed like really just innocent like questions of like, what is it, what do you guys do there, what's it like, or whatever. Just very like, wasn't being mean or anything. He was genuinely just wanting to know. But it was because too, like we weren't cosplaying or anything, that he was just like, okay, I can talk to these guys, but then it'd be really funny if he talks to us and we're just we're like we're just like,
Buck, you do not know? Oh, wow.
Wow.
Hawaii, what a scary world.
like that is it's not on the outside, it's the inside that is what we're projecting. But it was funny because we did have a situation like that on the elevator as well, when we got into this very packed elevator with these people that were leaving.
Fuck.
And this lady had a dog, and his name was Nash, and I said hello, and he was very cute. But one guy from the convention comes in, and when I asked this, they're like, "Oh, Nash." And the guy, I'm gonna try to do as best as I can. The guy's like, "Oh, Nash, that's a strong name for a strong bloodline." Legit, almost word for word what he said and how he acted, and it was just so funny because they're like, yeah, they kind of laugh. I never looked up. I just looked at Nash. I stared at this little tiny dog and his little doll eyes the entire time, because I knew Colt and Tanner were cringing out of their skin. And I was, but I just couldn't look up. And the entire time he started this whole ass conversation from the 14th floor that we're on all the way down, talking to them about, because they're like, "Oh yeah, Nash, it's a blah, blah, blah. It's this kind of name or whatever." And then the guy guesses correctly that the name is from this old ass country show that he used to watch as a kid, and gets into this whole conversation with this woman's like parents about it. It's just like, dude, what?
He's like, white picket fences. He sounded like a weird CEO getting ready to go to a meeting, the way he was talking. It was strange. He was yelling on his phone too beforehand.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He was yelling on his phone for some reason. Like
not angry, just not very angry, loudly
just
talking.
Very loud. Like, man, like what is this guy's deal? Like, let's just all get in this elevator, be quiet, and then just leave. Like, I just asked what the dog's name was.
We just want mugshots, man. We just I don't even remember when. It just happened on the elevator that day.
Man. But yeah, that was mostly the funny hotel experience. I think there was one time we were in the hotel and these like two people were making out or something. I thought that was funny. But yeah, and then the actual convention itself, Friday, we waited in line because we got there pretty early, so we went to the vendor hall. The vendor hall, I'm trying to think of more positives before I talk about the vendor hall, because I feel like the vendor hall is like kind of neutral, but then also kind of negative.
We were waiting in the line. I feel like they did buff the line stuff. They actually got on the ball in the year that we didn't go. It feels like they've gotten better at creating and managing the lines.
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
Also, in the line for the vending hall, there was two cosplayers. I'm not going to say what the cosplayers they were behind me, and they were just basically like making out and saying like, "You're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. You're so fucking beautiful." And I was just staring forward. I was telling Wenzel, these people behind me. And Wenzel was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I don't hear anything. What are you talking about?" And they were just they were going to town on each other behind me.
I was joking at first until I look back there and I see them kissing at some point. I'm just like, oh, okay, never mind. I know exactly what's going on back there, and I'm just going to turn around and think about something else. Yeah, I was like, damn, that's crazy. And like everybody was wanting to talk to them because of their cosplay. And it's just like, oh my God, come on. Like, really? You've never seen anybody dress up as these two characters before? Like, really?
To be fair, it was two very mainstream cosplayers that even like it was like the staff knew, like the non-anime fans working there knew.
That's true. Yeah. There was a bartender lady who kept trying to get our attention so we could get their attention, but I had no idea what the fuck was going on. So
yeah, she was just pointing, and I was like, me? And she's like yelling out the cosplayers, and I was like, just call out their names. Stop pointing at me.
Yeah, and then she was at first pointing at me or one of us, and I was just like, me? Like we both were like, me? Oh god, but yeah. So the lines were good. Their times, the way they had scheduled stuff was really good. I think it was a lot better than it was the last time we went was 2024 because the AMV contest was scheduled at a really good time. They had an hour and 30 minutes, perfect slot. They weren't right next to the fucking rave, so the rave wasn't blasting through the walls. And it had a really good turnout. The whole room was full, and everybody stayed there for most of it. Like I said, it was scheduled really good, and it was placed really good as well. That made me happy because I was like, it felt like so far every year that we've been to it, the AMV contest had been done dirty, except for this year. Finally, I don't know what last year was like. So
it's people just left immediately. Like it would fill up for pretty quickly, but they would leave. Also, I don't know why. I guess AMV is a dying art form. A lot of people don't appreciate it, but people did stick around this year. Even though I'm gonna say something negative. It had some of the worst music choice. It had the worst music choices I've ever experienced for AMVs in my entire life. There was maybe 2 or 3 songs that I liked out of 15 songs used. It was atrocious.
Yeah, I don't know who man, it was so bad. Yeah, as Colt says, it was probably it was the worst AMV selection. The songs were just awful. There was 3 songs, and I believe it was 4 songs. It was 1 from each category, except for one that had 2 songs in it that I liked. Yeah, it was so bad. And
this is the downside of anime becoming mainstream, is that basic ass pop music is now AMV tier music. Apparently, it's so frustrating seeing these people are being very serious when they're making, because it was in the romance category and they used a fucking Taylor Swift song. It was, as soon as the Taylor Swift started playing, I kind of wanted to leave. It was very upsetting.
Wow. Wow, I did not know it offended Colt that much. That's so funny. There was one AMV that I actually liked. It had a Glass Animal song. It was off of a really just okay album, but I was really surprised. And it was for an anime that I need to see, so I stopped watching it because I really need to watch it. It was the summer that Hikaru died, and the song was Wonderful Nothing by Glass Animals. And I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. I really like that one. There was a Grave of the Fireflies AMV that was done with the Leaves on the Vine from the Avatar, but it was a cover of it because the original song isn't that long, so so they chose the cover of it to do for it. I'm just like, I was like, okay, look, it's really well put together or whatever, but I do not like this cover. Like, just make the AMV super short with the song from the show. Like, just do that, because there was
I will say there were moments that did hit because, I mean, it's a sad ass song, and it was a sad ass AMV because I was remembering the movie and I was like, God damn, this is devastating.
Well, it was crazy too because I didn't realize that some of the people in there had never seen Grave of the Fireflies, so they were all stunned when they saw it. I was like, oh shit, dude, damn. Like, that's crazy. Well, I say that too because there was a song, or there's an AMV that I liked, and it had a song in it that was literally just the theme song from a show. It was the Danny Phantom one where it was Dan to Dan, and I was like, well,
that was very well edited.
That was edited to the length of the song. Just do that, you know. I thought that was one of our favorites as well. But yeah, the reason why I say 2 people stick around was because I think in the past, the way they had it scheduled was that people would leave early because, because I would say also, like you said, AMV is a dying art form, but because the way it was scheduled, there was so much stuff happening at
There's
that
a
time.
rave happening. The rave was always happening, but when we were in Huntsville, the rave was happening next door, so it hurt the experience.
Yeah, so I think what they had with the way they had it scheduled this time, more people stuck around because more people had the time because it had like I said, an hour and 30 minutes, and that 30-minute slot that it had, there was like almost nothing else scheduled. So like it was just really well done this year, I think. But man, yeah, the song selection was so bad. The Taylor Swift one was so funny. I think they did one to a BTS song as well. That was just like, ugh.
Stray Kids. They did a Stray Kids one. I've heard like a handful of their songs, and every single one I've heard is genuinely horrible. The ones they used the name of their band. They just said Stray Kids, Stray Kids. And that's strange. It feels weird hearing a band just saying the name of their band in the lyrics to their song. That just doesn't. It feels bad.
Oh, that's pretty common. A lot of bands have done that.
Yeah.
Well, not bands, but like groups.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like if like crawling in my skin. I'm Linkin Park. Excuse me?
Well, Linkin Park's is a band, a new metal band, so they wouldn't do that. Hip hop, rap groups, pop groups do that more so. I think they can get away with that more than rock bands. Rock bands don't really do that.
I just don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm sure there's several artists that do it that you like that do it.
It's different when it comes to individual rappers because they are literally a one-person thing. Like LP, they say their name at the beginning of a song.
Well, that's not their name. That's a project name. It's the same thing as what I'm saying. It's the same thing.
It's not the same.
It is the same because they're not using.
Because they said at the
name.
beginning.
Wait, who are we talking about? Are we talking about Stray Kids?
I'm talking about Run the Jewels. They say like LP, Killer Mike, stuff like that.
Well, yeah.
At the beginning of a song or the end of a song.
Well,
they say Stray Kids is the main lyric.
Run the Jewels says their name, Run the Jewels, all the time.
Yeah.
That's the same thing.
I don't see
because it's two people.
Also, the music sucks. Run the Jewels doesn't suck.
I was gonna say if you don't, you can just say you don't like. You can't just say. You don't have to say that you don't like that thing, even though several artists do that. You can just say you don't like the band. I mean, or the group, because Run the Jewels does it all the time. They always say Run the Jewels.
Yeah, RTJ. Sure. Also, Stray Kids. I think that lyric sucked.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of artists do that. You can't say you hate it when a lot of artists do it, especially ones you like.
All right, I'm going to be very pinpoint. I hate you, Stray Kids. I fucking hate you.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, we're talking about that too much. Okay. Anyway, that's my bad. So, there we go. We talked about one of the things, AMV contest. What'd we get? Let's just talk about that first. What'd we all buy?
But for the challenge, I got that little Godzilla, and I got another Shin Godzilla figure as well. Paid way too much for both of them, $40, and I got a Wargreymon model kit, which is exactly what I was setting out to get before we went on the trip because I was playing Digimon Time Stranger, and I also got two Armored Core model kits, one being I think Milktooth and then Raven. Very excited to build those eventually because they look so sick. Also, a picture of Gojo's penis.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But that was in the other episode, so I didn't really bring that much.
Yeah, if you wanna know what everybody got, sorry, if you want to know what everybody got for the Scavenger Death game, we talk all about it. And one of the things Colt got that I still have is the is Gojo's Flaming Hana PP.
Very big and very on display. It's in the living room right now.
See, I wish Tanner was here because he got a lot of cool stuff that he needs to talk about, but his bitch ass ain't here.
Yeah, he got some boring ass magazines. I think they're like Fart Fetish Express. He got all 3 volumes. He's like, this is a 90s special. And he's not here to like deny that, so that's what he got.
Yeah, and he's like, I gotta get a magazine rack to display my fart fetish special magazines.
And he's like, he was tweeting about it after. He's like, I gotta get a magazine rack. I gotta put all my fart fetish magazines on the rack now.
And then he's like, oh, I can't have Gojo's big hot penis in my face in our house, but I gotta have these fart fetish magazines on my rack.
It was weird, but like, and he paid $30 for one fart fetish magazine, and I think 20 for the other two. So he spent like $70 on fart fetish stuff.
That is not how that works. He would have paid 50. That's
no 20 per.
Oh, okay. You said okay. Sorry. He bought a lot.
Tanner spent a lot on fart fetish.
He did, and he can't be here to deny it either. So, yep.
What else did he buy? I can't remember anything other than the magazines.
He bought the that was mainly what I was talking about. He bought those cards or whatever, but he bought some more cards that would have that weren't for the death game. So, yeah.
Yeah, he bought some Pokemon cards, some Magic cards.
Yeah.
Those were pretty normal.
He talked about those on some of those on the death game, but some of the other ones he bought he did not talk about. But again, his bitch ass ain't here. So he bought a bunch of cards with the art of just assholes, man. Just farting assholes.
Yep. He's a freak with it.
For Magic. For some reason, he was like, I gotta have this in my deck. He was like looking up to make sure it was legal to play. It is, surprisingly. Yeah, it's pretty weird guy, if I do say so myself. But what I got was I had bought quite a few things. So one of the things I have right here is if anybody knows this character, it's Alien Guts from Ultraman, I believe. And it's a vinyl figure from what's the year?
1983?
Yes,
83.
Yeah, 83. It was a really cool vendor that is like kind of like a little alley. It's like a very, very small little kind of tucked away. And when I went to them, they had some really cool stuff. They had this little bin just of a bunch of Kamen Rider and Ultraman figures. I saw this weird looking creature. I don't really know how to describe it other than it's kind of like an alien with a big ass head, but it kind of looks like a pigeon with like a gizzard for a neck. If anybody's ever seen the character Alien Guts, you know what I'm talking about, but you can look it up as well. I got it, not knowing what it was. I just thought it looked cool. And it was only like $16. And then I bought a Japanese Beast Wars figure. I believe it's from Beast Wars Neo of the Bison character. What was interesting is that the American name is Bone Crusher, but the Japanese name is Bighorn, which I find very strange as well.
I wonder what Bone Crusher is called for like the Structicon, the Constructicon, because he's Bone Crusher in English. I wonder what they're called in Japanese.
I don't know because like would his name not just be Bone Crusher? Because for this one it was like Bighorn. The whole naming system is so weird because a bunch of the characters, like Bighorn, they're named like that. There's a character that's named like Apache. There's another one that's named like that. But then like when in the comics, they're completely different. Like Bighorn in the Beast Wars comic, his name is Bone Crusher. And he's a Maximal, which is kind of like the Autobots, if you don't know, in Beast Wars. But I had seen this seller. He's been selling this figure the past few years that he's been there. So I was like, I really want it. You know, it looks really sick. I love Beast Wars or whatever. And no, it's really cool. If anybody knows anything about it too, it's the Japanese version. So the Japanese version, actually, his main body is like mostly red. The American version is like, it's like a tan, almost white, which again is so weird because in the comics it's tan and white, but then in the Japanese show, again, his it's red. It's really, really strange. But No, it's really it's such a weird figure too, because a lot of these old Beast War characters figures, they have like a bunch of like hanging parts that I didn't realize is called kibble. Have a lot of kibble. And he kind of has that. He has like these big hanging parts that are like kibble, and his head is like this long, just that's a long part that's connected like head, back, and tail, so that you can take it and shoot like a projectile out of his mouth. Um, it's kind of awkward looking, awkward design, but it's pretty cool for the most part. And it comes with like a little catalog as well, the other figures that are on sale at the time, and it's a fairly old figure. It's like from the 90s, I think, and like a trading card as well for it. So, and then the other thing I got too was really funny because it's not the original thing I got, but there was a CD seller there, and I had bought the CD of Deep River by Hikaru Utada. And that wasn't the original CD I got. I originally gotten Phantom by Hikaru Utada, and when I had gotten it, and then we went back to the room, I was going to listen to it while we were waiting to do some stuff. And when I opened up the CD case, it was a completely different CD, and I was like, "What the hell?" Because it comes like in a plastic baggie, so it's like kind of sealed. You wouldn't really like when you're going through the stuff, you wouldn't really take it out to check it because unless it's like an open sleeve or anything, you just really weird to do that. But so I was like, I'm going to go back down there. I'm going to talk to the guy, tell him about it, and see if I can maybe get something else, or at least tell him that one of his CD cases has different CDs, and make sure that like nobody else runs into that problem. So I go down there, talk to the guy, super nice, was really surprised, very apologetic about it. I'm not mad or anything. I'm just like surprised. So he was like, you can just trade it for something else. And that's how I got Deep River. There was actually another album by Hikaru Utada that I wanted, that I had been eyeing for so long, but then the one time I want it, it's already gone. Like most of Hikaru Utada's CDs were gone, so I was like, well, I'll just get Deep River. Yeah, that's mostly what I got. I really like everything that I got, and of course I got Gojo's hot penis because Tanner didn't want it.
It was my gift to him, and he didn't want it. It was fucked up. It was very fucked up.
Yeah, it was pretty messed up.
Also, I had an experience that I'm hoping the universe gives me some good karma. I guess I don't necessarily believe in that, but like if the universe wants to give me it, I'll take it. There was some kids buying some stuff. They had their wallets out, but there was like $10 on the ground right next to them. I was like, I'm going to be a good person, give it back to them, because they were kids. They were very young, and I didn't want to take money from children. I was like, did one of you two drop this? And they both like looked like deer in headlights. They had no clue how to respond to me, and I felt weird because I'm usually the one that doesn't know how to respond to people. And they're like, check your wallet. And I was like, well, it's yours now. And then I gave it to him and I walked off. I felt very nice. So universe, give me some good stuff now.
You know, you did that nice thing. The universe should be nice to you. Personally, I would have taken it, but since I was there, I didn't take it. And I still got cursed by the universe with the flu. So I think it's kind of bullshit. So the universe also owes me.
But my thing is, like, if no one was around me and like there was nobody standing near it, I would have kept it. But since there were kids literally like standing on top of it almost, I was like, it's probably theirs. But if they weren't there, I would have been $10 richer.
Ooh, you shouldn't have admitted that, because now the universe is going to take back the good thing.
I was joking.
No, I see what you're saying too. I get that. Because I probably would have done the same thing. I should also say too, I'm sorry, I completely left out that I also got a vinyl record as well. I got this album called First Option by Barbie Boys. It's from 1985 as well. It has like this bee puppet on the cover that was really cool.
How I didn't realize it was that old. Is that art like that old as well?
That's the original art, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. No, I was yeah. Yeah, no, there was this one seller who had this selection of records or whatever, and a lot of them were really expensive because there were a lot of soundtracks and stuff for anime. Like one of them was the newly released Angel's Egg soundtrack that I wanted so bad, but it was like so expensive. I got this and it was like only $28. Because I saw the bee on the cover, I was like, "Oh, that's really fun," or whatever. And then when I was looking up stuff about them, it's like they're like a J rock band, whatever. And I listened to it too when I got home. It's a really fun record. And then I also got a baby shiny card as well of oh gosh, what's this Pokemon?
Doduo? Doduo?
It's the 3-headed bird from like the first gen, if anybody remembers.
The evolution or
yeah, you know, you got.
Oh, it's the evolution. Yeah,
dude. Oh gosh, what the fuck is this Pokemon's name?
Doduo.
Dodrio.
Yep, Doduo is the 2.
Yeah, so Dodrio. I got a baby shiny of it, but it's in oh gosh, it's either.
I think it's Chinese.
No, I see Japanese symbols. It's in another language.
It's not in English.
You know, we say that, but Chinese and Japanese share symbols.
Yeah,
I believe that's true. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. Pretty nice little haul. I wasn't really looking for anything in particular besides like I was hoping that there was like a CD or a record seller there, which I end up finding. Like, I knew there was going to be people selling records there, but a CD one I end up finding. It was neat, but they had mostly anime and video game soundtracks. Really expensive as well. I mean, this Hikaru Utada CD was also kind of expensive, but I think it was worth it. Very small, like J-rock, J-pop section, but still, again, it was pretty cool. I guess, gosh, I can't really think of anything else but positive besides the burlesque show.
Mugshots was great.
Mugshot was great.
We had some delicious Chinese food again. We finally figured out what they were, and I've already forgotten what their name was, so we'll have to figure that out again. Magic Walk.
Magic Walk was really good. Ooh, really good sweet tea too. I was very surprised by that. I will say, ever since then, I've been really craving sweet tea. And so now I have been getting sweet tea, and I've never been a sweet tea guy, but now I'm a sweet tea guy.
I drank so much sweet tea as a kid. Like, legitimately, I would drink gallons of that shit. Not good for you. I don't care. I don't do it anymore, but I definitely did not give a fuck because that shit was my blood.
I remember whenever we would go to restaurants, you would get sweet tea all the time. And
I'll still get it every now and then. I do like it still. It's just
I don't
get it as much.
No, that's just what I'm saying. You don't get it as much. I remember that. And I remember I never really cared for it, but now and I will say I'm not like going crazy or anything because like you said, it's not, it's not really good for you. But yeah, like yesterday and the day before, I was like, man, I really want sweet tea. So I get just one bottle. It's just one small bottle of Gold Leaf, I believe, Gold Leaf or Gold Peak. It's their extra sweet tea. It's so good. I've realized too, I like extra sweet tea. I do not like it has to be like pretty sweet. I don't know. I really like it sweet. I have a sweet tooth, so yeah. Very, very weird turnaround. Also too, because recently I got to retry the Ghost iced tea lemonade flavor as well, because it finally, I say that, but I only found it one time at one gas station, and that's the last time I got to drink it. This past week, it made me really crave it as well, sweet tea. But anyway, yeah, Magic Walk, Mugshot was great. I had 4 mimosas. Tanner only had 3, which was so funny because then later he gets so sleepy after that. I'm just like, come on, bro. I just had 4 fucking mimosas, and I feel great.
Yeah, Tanner always falling asleep early, missing out on shit. Yet again. This is what, like 17th time in a row he's done this at Comic-Con?
I want to say on Saturday, he took like 2 naps.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, man. I'm like, damn, dude.
I guess what happens when you hit 30, you become a fucking loser.
Yeah. If me and Colt were near each other, we'd be high-fiving.
Yeah. Gotcha, Pat.
Well, we love Pat.
Yeah.
Also, too, Pat does not fall asleep.
He doesn't
like Tanner.
sleep. He doesn't sleep.
Pat does so much stuff. I mean, literally, I was talking about with him the other day, just about how much stuff he does. And then we talk about Tanner's like, yeah, Saturday Tanner like fell asleep like twice, and the day just started.
I think it's because he didn't have a handheld like we did. I was playing on my AYN Thor playing Kirby. Wenzel was playing Garble Gibble or whatever the fuck. And Tanner was just over there sleeping.
Yeah, that is true. We both had our handhelds. A lot of fun. Colt's Thor is really sick.
Yeah, it's really good. I've been playing so much shit. I already beat Chrono Trigger and the 4 hack games as well. I've been playing on my TV with the PS2. It's great. It's great.
Like I played on it a little bit because he had the PlayStation 2 emulator on it, and I got to play Godzilla. Oh gosh, I can't remember which Godzilla game this is. But I got to play on it. I was like, blast to the past. Made me very nostalgic. So cool. I think I'm gonna try to do that to get to. That's something I've been meaning to do. Is try to get a PS2 emulator on my Steam Deck so I can play that stuff too. Because there's like a bunch of PlayStation games that Colt's got on there that are super sick.
It's very easy to do. You can do it in like 10 minutes. It's just the only thing that takes time is downloading and putting the ROMs on the Steam Deck or whatever device, because sometimes it's just slow transferring files.
Yeah, and it's so funny because Tanner doesn't have any handheld, and he keeps saying in the chat, "Oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the Steam Deck. I'm gonna get something. It's like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
Now you can't get anything because Steam Deck's been canceled.
Let's just shit on Tanner the rest of the episode. Actually,
you Tanner,
man. He doesn't have any handheld. He's a sleepy bitch. He's sick.
Fart fetish,
and he's married. What a loser!
God damn, that's crazy. Couldn't be me.
Immediately, the first picture I open up on my Photos app is the one I took of Gojo with his hot pee out.
Fuck.
And he
make that
have
the episode picture.
He doesn't.
Don't.
I know. And he doesn't have this. He doesn't have this. Man.
He doesn't.
Tanner just kind of sucks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. And we got Taco Bell as well. That was pretty good.
It was really good.
It was really good.
They just need to make those potato grillers a normal food item. It doesn't make sense. Potatoes are super easy to come by. Please just keep them.
You don't realize Taco Bell is stuck during the Irish potato famine.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, so we talk about food. Do we want to talk about the burlesque show now?
Why don't I talk about the burlesque show? That's a good thing. That was a lot of fun.
That was because I can't think of any other positive things. So
it sounds bad, but like we really did have a lot of fun here, even though we didn't get to do much. I feel we got to do like enough things that it filled out our day.
Yeah, because like I got a burp. Sorry. that was bad. Yeah, no, like I don't regret going to Comic-Con. Like I say this too, like I don't regret it. Like I have a fun time. Like if I can go to Comic-Con, I'm going to go to Comic-Con because it's always an experience, regardless if it's good or bad.
I love to see all the people. Even though I don't really talk to people, I'd love to see their cosplays. It's very fun.
Exactly. Like Cole. Like I mean, I don't really talk to anybody, but I just love seeing the people. You know, like it's just. I mean, what other time do you get to see all of these freaks congregate in one area? Like never. You never get to see that. Everybody like genuinely being here for the things they love, which is anime, manga, pop culture, all this stuff. You don't see that. You don't get that except at a convention. So
and the model, model kit guy is always there with his cart full of like 30 model kits. You know what? I think we should make it a goal for Comic-Con next year. He's definitely going to be there. He's been there every single fucking time we've gone. Is ask him, what's his deal? What's going on here? Like, what do you do here other than like roll around building model kits?
What's your goal? What do you hope to accomplish?
So I'm curious, like, how many model kits do you even build? Like, how long have you been coming to Comic-Con building model kits? Because we've been going for a good amount of time, and I even feel like I remember seeing him in the early 2010s whenever I went to Comic-Con back then, but I could be wrong. Maybe he's someone that passed the mantle on. He's like All Might, or he's like Deku.
We joked that he was a cryptid. He was our cryptid, but that also too, it's a curse, so that if you look at him, you will become the model kit guy. You'll just start walking around with model kits. It's like, hey. Yeah, we should. I'm genuinely curious as well.
I'm curious about his collection too. Like, how many fucking kits does he have?
Gotta pencil that in. Yeah, me too. Yeah. I think that's a pretty fair Curie. That's a
question.
Fair question. Anyway, so yeah, so we went to the burlesque show. Of course, Tanner fell asleep. So we tried everything.
We tried waking him up. We tried
waking that bitch up. Cole was shaking him. We kept yelling, Tanner. At some point, he doesn't get up, but he like turns. We say, "Are you going to go to the burlesque show?" And he go, "I hear, nah," but Cole
hears something else.
And I just say, it sounded like he said, "Nah." We're just gonna go because he's not gonna get up. Because he turns over and goes to sleep.
And he did not get up until we came back to the room, and Wenzel and I were already in bed about to go to sleep. He just gets up, doing whatever the fuck he does. Interesting creature.
Which was to use the bathroom and take his clothes off to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Because he was still in his full clothes when he went to sleep. The thing is like, it was like he kept saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be fine. We're gonna go," or whatever. But he takes his shoes off. He gets under the covers, and he takes his glasses off. And he like, dude, you're setting yourself up to go to bed. Like, what do you think is gonna happen when you lay down in this bed? You think you're gonna just like, no? He's going to bed. Like, me and Colt looked at each other, and he's like, he's going to sleep. And that's
he went to bed at like 7 p.m., something like that.
It was, man.
He slept a full 12 plus hours.
Yeah, because the burlesque show started. The burlesque show started at 11.
Yeah, midnight.
It was 12 because we didn't get back till 1. I think it was a full hour. Hold on, I have it right here. Oh yeah, 12 a.m. So yeah, and we had a lot of time, because we got, the AMV contest was done at 8:30, so we went back to the room at 8:30. So, or around 8ish. So we ate, and then we waited for like for 2 hours and 30 minutes before going down there to line up. So
yeah.
So he got like 12 hours of sleep.
Damn.
Yeah, we had a lot of time to kill. Like Colt said, we just got out our handhelds and just started playing. I just listened to my CDs as well. That's something I love to do too. Is like when I'm playing on my Steam Deck, if I'm really just wanting to listen to a CD, I will literally just listen to my CD player while I'm playing on my Steam Deck. It's so nice. I would do the same thing whenever I would play like on my Switch or like my DS. Is if I wanted to listen to other music, I would literally just mute my console, whatever. I would just listen to what I wanted to listen on my phone. Technology is awesome. Anyway, so the burlesque show was a lot of fun. I'm really sad that they only had 4 performers, but they really performed their hearts out, honestly.
Every time we go, they put their all into it. It's great.
It's great. It's a great time. I just wish there was more. I can't remember all their names, but each performance was awesome. FN Jax, he was the MC, always puts on an awesome show. Their show was incredible. The last show that they put on was a Silent Hill F performance. That was so. It was a great. It was just. It was
full
so
of spoilers.
Funny.
I was telling Wenzel, you probably don't want to look at that. Don't look over there,
because they had screens up for like if anybody had video with their performance. F and Jax did, and it was just nothing but gameplay from Silent Hill F. And Colt was like, "Don't look," so I did not look. But man, it was so cool. And it's so funny because if you follow them on Instagram, you know that they've been loving the shit out of Silent Hill F. So I was like, oh, well, shit, I should have known.
I think they made a post saying, like, you probably should want to beat the game if you're going to be here, something like that. But hey.
Oh, yeah. They did say that. Man. No, it was a great time. They had a... oh gosh, I can't really say all their getup was because now that I think about it, the getup was also probably a spoiler as well. But it was really...
but you don't know the context and you don't want to spoil other people.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil other people, so I won't say. But it was really cool. The music too. Oh gosh, what was the song?
It was multiple songs for every single one of them. They do like a little transition.
But the main one the first one that they use, I knew it. Oh gosh, it's an artist that we've both listened to. But anyway, it was really good. The first performance was done by this woman who was in in this leather outfit. And when we first heard the song, Cole was like, this sounds like Derezed, which I think it was. I think the first part of it was Derezed, a mashup. And then the second part of the song was the Bring Me the Horizon, Parasite Eve.
Yeah.
Which was crazy. It was so loud.
Oh yeah, our ears were absolutely fucked. I was thinking like, fuck, I guess my ears are just gonna be fucked tomorrow. They weren't. My ears were perfectly normal. There was no issues. So I was happy.
I was happy too because I also closed my ears because I did not expect that and I did not feel like messing them up. No, it was really sick. There was this one performer or the performer next who was in a Scream outfit. And it was crazy because they were using the chair and then they were doing a headstand on the floor with the chair. That was crazy because you can see them shaking because it's so like, it takes so much strength to do that. And like, I was so scared. I was like, please don't break your neck. Please, for the love of God, don't.
It was hurting the collarbones a whole lot. It was digging in them.
Their neck was so red because at some point we see them without their mask and everything, and it was just like, man, that had to put so much strain on them. I really hope their routine in the future does not call for that because I feel like if they do that then again, they're gonna do some really bad damage to themselves. So if you're listening to this for whatever reason, please be careful.
Stay dating off like and not dying.
Yeah, yes. There's another performer who one of her routines was Raven from Teen Titans, which made me upset because I'm like, Raven, what are you doing here? You need to be protecting the world.
No, anime convention.
She did another one. Yeah, exactly. She did another performance that was, I don't know what the character was, but it looked like she was a vampire.
Yes, I think so, yeah.
Anyway, everybody was so funny, so just a lot of awesome dancing. But what was so funny, I told Colt this, that there was a guy next to me that when the guy who was in his Scream outfit, very clearly gay, if you didn't know, the guy next to me, every time when that guy was on stage dancing, shaking his whole ass, the guy was just shaking his head. And it was so funny. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Like, and then at some point I turn, he's just gone. He left. He was not here. Not all for I told Colt this as well. On the other side of the room, you could see just a line of dudes with either with like their girlfriends or with their friends, who all of them were just frowning, shaking their head, just not happy with being here. And I just find that so funny. Like, I get that maybe because it's called a burlesque show, you assume these very straight guys come here because I think they're gonna see some ladies and a little bit of leg. But I don't know. It's just like maybe like look up the programming a little. I don't know, or I don't know. Just you're here at Comic-Con. Like, what like be open-minded, or die. Like, come on.
Yeah, because there was definitely some people there because they saw burlesque and they go, "Oh, I'm gonna go pop owner." But this was the most amount of people, so there's people that came because burlesque. Because I feel like it was normally called like drag show of a sort.
Yeah, it's usually been called Charlotte Gamer Network's drag show, presents a drag show. I don't know why they called it a burlesque show this time. I mean, there's definitely burlesque elements to it, but I'm not really good at this stuff, so I could be like, if somebody would educate me, by all means. But I was like, I definitely, because they called it that, I definitely attracted like a lot more people, like we said, because they assumed they're gonna see a bunch of ladies, stripping or whatever. But man, there was a lot of people, which made me happy. But then at the same time, like I said, it attracts maybe the crowd as well. And I was talking to Cultist. It's like okay, you're at Comic-Con, it's just like come on, you can't still be close-minded. Like, at this point, like, come on, you're at Comic-Con, so
interacting with the community, you should know what to expect. There's a lot of gay people here.
Yeah,
or
like a lot
LGBTQ
of
plus
LGBTQ+,
adjacent.
yeah,
Come on now.
like, I don't know. Yeah, you shouldn't. Like, come on. But other than that, it was a great time. It was a great time. I'm really, again, I hope. I'm always excited. I hope there's another drag show or burlesque show, whatever they plan to do next year as well. Always looking forward to it. Like we talked about this. AMV contest, drag show are staples. We have to go to those always for comic. And I hope they never.
And we haven't missed them yet. Wenzel and I have not missed them yet.
No, man. Like we talked about this. It's like if it's something really super late, if I'm with my friends, I will do everything I possibly can to make sure I stay up and I am here. I am present with my friends doing something. I might get tired, but I'll do something to make sure that I'm not tired anymore, keep myself busy or whatever, because I'm here, I'm with my friends. I want to be present. I want to do stuff, so I don't care. I don't care if it's late. I don't care how tired I am. Gonna do it.
We're going to castrate Tanner.
But I guess on the negative sides of things, there wasn't really much besides those, actually. Well, sorry, I should say we also do the cosplay contest every time, but sadly we didn't get to do the exhibition contests.
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah, that was probably the only scheduling thing that really didn't work out for us, but we got to do the main cosplay contest. That was a lot of fun too. God, I forgot that was a positive thing as well. Really cool cosplays this year. Man, I feel so bad because there was a guy who was should we say who they're cosplaying as?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Berserk Guts.
Oh yeah. Well, it's pretty much opinion based there, because like looking at the Geralt cosplay, it was very well made, but in my opinion, the Berserk one was better.
I don't know, because sorry, when they were announcing the winner, they were talking so much, and everybody. We saw this guy who was dressed. There was a guy who was dressed as Guts from Berserk, and he was sick. He looked so sick. It was so well done. And with everything they were saying, everybody thought, oh shit, it's the Guts from Berserk. The Guts from Berserk started smiling. But then when they started talking more and more, it's like, wait a minute, they're not talking about Guts. They're talking about somebody else. And it was like it was like their like company stage name, whatever, because it was a woman and the model who was modeling as Geralt. They're a couple or whatever. And and they kept talking about how the leather on Colt isn't actual leather, and which I was like, actually, like that's pretty crazy. Like she made that, and it's not leather, and they kept saying that. I'm like, holy shit. So I kind of see it, but I felt like the Guts should have gotten something because they were incredible. In comparison to some of the other people, like I'm not gonna say who, but there was one cosplay up there that was just kind of like, okay, like maybe we should have given that to the Guts, or I don't know, like I don't know, just saying. There was a really cool Lamb from Cult of the Lamb. I really liked her cosplay. Their cosplay.
Yeah, really there was a lot of great ones.
But yeah. Other than that, there wasn't really much for us to do in terms of panels. There was a Kahoot panel trivia that sadly was not that good because there were so many people there and they did not know how to implement certain features in Kahoot. To be fair, they didn't know because they hadn't used Kahoot in so long, so I don't really blame that on them. And they thought they were going to get a bigger screen than they did. But yeah, it was really tough to play that because like it was very obvious whenever after a certain point, like the people who were getting questions in were because they were standing up and they could see clearly, they could get questions in quicker, so they were going to stay on the leaderboard.
I genuinely believe I would have been like top 10 at least for the shonen category if I could see what the fuck was on the board.
Yeah.
I had to wait for her to read them out, and that damaged me greatly.
Yeah, because they would forget to read them out, or they were so slow at reading them out. One of them, she was really quiet when she read the questions. It was just like, oh God, come on, please, let's get some people some better mic work. And they finally figured out that you could put the answer choices in like actual like on the screen on your phone. So you didn't have to like stand up to read the answer choices, but it was already too late by then. The closest I got was 16th place. That was the closest. And
I got like 20th, something like that, but then I got kicked down in the hit chest really hard. Yeah, they stomped on me.
Tanner at some point for one of the categories got like 20th something, but that was the farthest he gotten. At some point we were just competing so that that one of us would be ahead of the other person by like one place. I did beat Tanner. It was very funny. Tanner started punching the wall. He was so angry. I was I think I was 54th. He was 55th place.
Damn.
So yeah, there was that. Yeah, not many panels. The gaming room was really lacking as well. Not many arcade machines.
It was all rhythm games. Like, don't get me wrong, I like a good rhythm game, but like, where's the fucking fighting games? There was maybe 2 fighting games there. And we played one, and it was really fun. It was very unique. I really enjoyed it. I can't remember what it's called, but it was a robot fighting game where you had 2 sticks in front of you with buttons on it. So you're like in a mech cockpit. It's pretty damn sick.
Was it like Cyber Fighters or something?
Cyber Patrol?
It was something because it was you could play it in Yakuza.
Yeah,
I remember you guys talking about it. It was really sick. Yeah, there was really it made me really sad because it was also so obviously smaller than it has been in like years. I forgot about this. We did sit down to play Super Smash Bros. On GameCube.
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that.
Or not GameCube. The most recent one. Switch. Sorry. We played that. That was so fun because Tanner got so upset. It was so funny. Like, because he couldn't jump. And we kept trying to figure it out why, for some reason, his port or controller or whatever wasn't working, and he got so upset, like genuinely. I was just like, dude, it's just a game. Like,
yeah, like he needed his binky too.
He like literally, legitimately, he's just like, I give up. Like, he got so upset. It was just like, oh my God, okay, let's figure this out so he could stop crying over here. Jesus Christ. Like, and then finally we did, and we were playing. Or he was
It
actually
wasn't the
playing.
controller. It was whoever player 3 was. For some fucking reason, they couldn't jump. So we had to put in like a CPU for the player 3. He had to be
player.
4.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like there's probably, now that I think about it, I think there's probably a setting somebody had set for that character, for that person to not be able to jump. I feel like that's a setting, maybe.
Yeah, it probably was, but we were full of Chinese food, and we were offered French fries, and I was like, "Oh, we can't do that."
I forgot about that. Somebody came up to us and was like, "Do you want these French fries?" Like, no, thank you.
It's not like I honestly, if I was hungry, if I wasn't full, I probably would have taken them because they seemed like a nice person. But I was full of Chinese, man. I was so full.
Yeah, no, we were full, but yeah, vendor hall was really just strange as well because it had downsized. Artist Alley is like almost non-existent now. They put the cars. So if nobody knows, Comic-Con always has like these cars that are like anime themed with like a specific character or something. Like there's a Deku car. They moved those into the vendor hall now. So like a good portion of the vendor hall is for those cars. It is for these other like tables for something. I'm not really sure.
It was cosplay repair.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of the vendors, a lot of them sold mainly the same stuff they've been selling for the past 3 years. No, not many new figures, which we know new figures out. It's just that for some reason these guys aren't selling them. Always, of course, they're always too expensive, but some sellers are selling stuff more than others, which is like, come on.
You probably hear Barley barking. He's sleeping.
I do hear Barley. Oh my god, sleepy guy. There was more card sellers this year, which makes sense.
God damn,
I can hear him.
He's going to town on something. Chasing something in his dreams.
Yeah, there just wasn't really much in terms of like vendor or like diversity, I guess you could say.
Yeah, like I feel like in the past they've had a decent amount of like vintage stuff. Like the one time we went to Huntsville, there was like vendors selling some really sick vintage figures, and I was kind of hoping that they would be here. They weren't, sadly. There just was maybe like 1 or 2 vendors selling reasonably priced vintage stuff.
Yeah, maybe. I wonder if those vendors can only go to. Can only do the Huntsville one, because I would love to. Can't do it this year, but I would love to see if maybe go to one of the Comic-Cons in Huntsville and see if those vendors are back. Couldn't do it last year either because it was like they had pushed it really early, so it was like in July or something.
It was September, early September, I think. October?
That was the one in
August.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because the one in 2024 that we went to was in like September, October, and then they pushed it to where it was like still the summer in 2025. So, but yeah, all the negatives really. It's just that it was just kind of sparse this year in terms of like all that stuff, but
I also think it's probably due to what's happening with our current president and tariffs and shit. A lot of people are being fucked when it comes to anime and stuff like that. So they're buying all the stock of shit that they don't have to worry about fucking fees on.
That's true. I did not consider that, but yeah, that's probably true. Or definitely true. So yeah, I mean, but again, still had a good time. I still really enjoyed it.
I've looked forward to next year's. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully, it's different. Whatever that looks like. I just hope that the staples are there that we usually go to. Um, yeah, if anything, I do hope that they if maybe the arcade could be bigger, but again, we'll see. We'll see.
More than rhythm games, please. Also, why was the VR section so fucking big? The VR section was like twice the size as the arcade section, and the VR section's probably got like 2 to 3 people in it max.
Man, I forgot about the VR section because it's literally just this. They put up this barrier, and you have the VR stuff there, but it's just like it it's so much open space, so I forget it's there. But yeah, it takes up so much space. That yeah. Mm.
That's just not something I see myself ever doing. I only trust to do VR on stuff like on my own thing or a personal friend that I know is a clean person.
Yeah, because I mean, you have a high chance to get pink eye,
Yeah,
and
it's a convention. This is notoriously a great way to get sick is touch other things that people have been rubbing all over their body.
like that's my thing. I wonder if somebody there had the flu and that's how I got it. And I'm like, I find you. If I find you, I'm gonna say, are you okay? Because that flu was awful. But yeah, no, it's always so bizarre seeing people like how nasty it is. It's like, why are you why are you walking barefoot? Why are you doing that? That's disgusting. Ringworm, you're gonna get ringworm. It's just gonna happen now. People laying on the floor to take naps. Like, oh my god, there was this one corner with vending machines, and I see this girl, this person just laying on the floor. I'm just like, that is so nasty. Holy shit.
Like if you're gonna lay on the floor, laying where there's the least amount of traffic possible. The vending machine is not a good spot, I'll say, because that's a high traffic.
Or like, I don't know, something down.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they won't expect to do that, but then at the same time, like, I don't know, if you're expecting to be out on the floor, like bring like a blanket or something to put down. I don't know, like that's just so.
I didn't see anything nearly as bad as the last time we went to the theater like a month ago, when there was a group of teenagers just lying on the floor with their shoes off right outside the bathroom. That seems like the worst idea possible.
Yeah, so we went to whenever we went to go watch movies like several weeks ago, we went to the theater and we were leaving, and on our way to the exit, the bathroom's right there, right in front of the exit because they're outside of a theater, and like this guy was like full like star splayed out, laying on the floor. Like this is a theater that gets a lot of people right in front of the bathroom, right in front of the exit. Like that is so disgusting.
I'm just saying of all the pee-pee laying in.
The pee-pee, the poo-poo. Like,
yeah.
Like all that. Like who knows what else, like blood. I don't know. But still, what is with like it's being just most so disgusting. Like what, like is this something we just gotta do? Like
I think the kids are just not educated. They don't know what's bad or weird because I think COVID got them, Wenzel. We didn't get a graduation.
We say that these people were like maybe late teens, early 20s. Like these weren't, so these were
kids. Adults.
I mean, yeah, but like they're like young adults. Like, man, like come on, what are we doing? Okay, but anyway, so yeah, that's Comic-Con. Yeah. Any final thoughts?
We're gonna have to Tanner accept drawings.
He's never gonna accept them, man. He's just too. I don't know. He's just too much of a prude. You know?
He's homophobic. He's not here to deny
Yeah.
it. So he doesn't want because he's homophobic.
Yep. And he's so old and tired.
And he loves farts.
Yeah, he loves those fart fetish magazines, but he won't accept penis drawings. I don't know. Well, if you listen to all this, thank you. We're the All You Can Hear podcast. You know where to find us. I'm Wenzel. That's Colt.
Yeah, but